Hey guys, Andrew McFarlane here with StartAJuiceBar.com, and today I want to talk about working smart versus working hard. This is potentially one of the most important conversations that we can have because, as someone said, it's better to do nothing than to be busy doing nothing. And I see a lot of juice bar entrepreneurs out there, and entrepreneurs as a whole, who are really busy, but for whatever reason, things don't seem to be progressing in their business. They're not getting to their goals, and it's not because of their lack of effort. So for me early on, which maybe some of you guys relate to, which is why I'm making this video, is that I really believed that my tenacity and my effort and my willpower was going to get me to where I needed to go. And that's all, right? And the reality is that you're going to come to is that that's only half of the equation. Yes, you have to be smart, or you have to have persistence, but you also have to be smart. It's kind of like looking at passion, energy. Persistence is like fuel for the tank. You got to have fuel in your car, but you also need to have a map, and you also need to have a steering wheel. Otherwise, you're just going to be driving to nowhere. So the question is how do you work intelligently? And I'm going to give you some tips and things to think about. But overall, the point of this video is to focus your mind in a way that you actually understand how important it is to work smart. And I would even say it's even more important than working hard, because a lot of people out there who are extremely hardworking and they're not accomplishing their goals, and it's not because of their lack of work ethic. So the first thing that I want to say is one way to accelerate your learning is definitely by listening to videos like this, getting mentorship, reading books, and I've recommended books on this channel before, and I'll probably do some more of those because I love those videos. But educating yourself is one way to really make sure that you're working smart. For me, I always say that, a lot of information that we gather, there's something called the 80-20 principle. Really only about 20% of it is extremely valuable. 80% of it is fine, but mostly it's fluff, but 20% is really valuable. So whenever I meet someone, if this is someone that I'm hiring as a mentor or whatever, I'm always wanting to distill their learning, because for me, we've been in this industry for almost a decade at this point, and in a very short period of time, and I should say like in a number of months, maybe 6 months to a year, you can get up to speed with someone who has been working in a project for 10 years, because it wasn't for us 10 years of perfect learning. It was 10 years of trial and error, making mistakes, and so you can avoid those pitfalls. And so that's one way. Like I said, reading books. And then just as an overall philosophy in your business, you have to think about a couple principles, right? There's the principle of delegation. That's one way to work smart, right? There's a principle of prioritizing, meaning that you're constantly reprioritizing everything that you need to do to make sure that you're focused on the most important things. Most people make the mistake of doing what's easy because it's accessible, right? Instead of doing what's important. So that's the other thing. And then just in general, creating systems. One key rule, and I'll just kind of give you this because I don't want to go too deep into all of this right now, but in terms of creating systems, I always say if I'm doing something twice, the same action twice, there's probably a way to create a system around it, or to automate it, or to delegate it. And so you want to, as an entrepreneur, save most of your bandwidth for creative problem solving so that your attention is really focused on the big issues. And that's one way to work smart. But you also have to always ask yourself questions. Is the way that I'm thinking about this problem right? Is the way that I'm thinking about this problem actually accurate? Question your thinking, because I see a lot of people who take the long road. They're doing things because they think that that's how they have to do it, because the way that either what they've seen or what they've been told says that that's the only way to do it. And you got to question those things, because there might be a way for you to have 5 years of progress in a year, 6 months, if you approach your business in the right way. And so there's a lot of strategies that you have to think about, but overall, really value working intelligently over just hard effort. The last thing that I'll say is this analogy is working hard is kind of like pushing a car up the hill. People value hard work so intensely, and then working smart is like getting in the driver's seat, putting the key in the ignition, and then just driving up the hill. At the end of the day, you still get to your destination. It's just that one was easier than the other. So don't overvalue hard work. It's important, but it's not everything. Really start to put more attention into smart work. And as always, wishing you guys a lot of success. If you like the video, press the like button below. If you have any comments or questions, also put it below. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, I invite you to subscribe. This is Andrew McFarland with StartAJuiceBar.com. Always feel free to reach out to us if you need more in-depth support. See you guys soon.